Welcome back to Ben News, where we troll with truth and expose the clowns running this circus. And just a friendly reminder, nothing free ever ends well. And today, oh boy, if you ever needed proof that Democrat grassroots activism is faker than Pelosi's teeth, we've got the receipts. Democrats spent months advertising, promoting, rehearsing, scripting, printing posters, and paying influencers, renting crowds, bussing them in. And then Nancy Pelosi goes on TV and tells America it was spontaneous and organic. Spontaneous? Lady, if that rally was any more scripted, it would have had more movie credits than any post-credit Marvel cameo. We've reached a level of political inauthenticity where the left literally runs stage protest, scripted diversity, fake outrage, and then acts shocked when the internet notices.
So let me get this straight, just so I could clarify it. You don't want to go back to Mexico. You're protesting to stay away from Mexico, but you're waving the Mexican flag and you're waving it with pride.
And today we're blowing the roof off the Democrat AstroTurf machine. The receipts are out, the masks are off, and the party of grassroots looks more like the party of George Soros special effects. All right, cue the clown music and let's roll the clips.
Because I see the Democrats every day. You saw a march that was not political, and the value of it was that it wasn't political. No King's Day. It was spontaneous, organic, but everybody was there. And that's what's important, is what are the people thinking? What are they hopeful about? What are they willing to get out the vote for?
Nancy, if you really believe that this was organic, and if you want to convince the American people it was organic, which is a little crazier and a little harder to do, I want you to explain one thing. Not only how much vodka is in that water bottle. If you want to convince me that this was all organic, please explain this. Where did the $80 million go from Arabella? The $51 million go from Ford? The $72 million go from the Rockefellers? Where did this money go? To a total of $294 million for this organic No Kings protest. This money went somewhere, and I don't think it went into a microwave for Hot Pockets. Nancy, come on. I think you're lying to yourself.
Here's the deal. We have known now for a year that the Democrat Party was not run by we the people. They ignored their voters completely. It was run by a cabal of donors and insiders, of whom Nancy Pelosi was the queen. They were the ones who were really calling the shots. They were the ones who were really in control. And probably they're the ones who are really getting paid. I mean, somebody made a bunch of money on this, Jesse, big time. They made money on the pardons. The Bidens made money every instant that they were on office. Probably somebody made money getting him out of office. And I just guarantee you, if you follow the money, you will find the story here to all of this. And I hope that's what DOJ will do. I hope they'll go after the money big time.
Yeah, I mean, they fleeced this country. They stole all the money from the Green New Deal. And I'd love to see a cash for pardons probe open up immediately. And I'm sure Paulie P made some money somewhere. He always does.
So what we're learning right now with Josh Hawley and the investigation is, along with the numbers, the proof that these protests were not organic. They were not grassroots. And once again, Nancy Pelosi is caught in front of a massive lie. And now the trail is going to be followed, and we're going to see exactly who is being paid to hate America. And more importantly, who is paying them to cause chaos, to cause disruption, to cause all this danger in the streets. We're going to find out who it is. We all know, but we just need it in writing. We need this trail followed down to the very last breadcrumb so that we can put these people in prison.
I don't think he takes himself seriously, but he iterates. He throws things out, and he plays with it, and he sees how people react. And it manifests, meaning once a mind is stretched, it never goes back to its original form. And that's my concern. The more we're talking about this, and we need to be, Look at what he's doing with masked agents. Look what he's doing federalizing the guard. Look what he's doing to intimidate and voter suppression. Look what he's going to do with the DOJ. Look what he's trying to do to rig the elections. North Carolina, Missouri, down there next Florida, not just in Texas. Look what he's doing in terms of the $230 million that it apparently is from his DOJ. All the pardoning, all the this.
Is there anyone else that's hypnotized by his hands? Because these magic tricks that Gavin Newsom seems to be casting, I don't know what kind of spells he's just put on me to keep me watching, but it's really interesting to see. And I would love to see him in a debate with a devil dog like J.D. Vance in just a year and a half, because I don't believe this Tatsuki chop that he's got going on right now is going to affect anything other than his demise. I'd love for you to leave a comment down below. Are these little hand tricks and the fist bumps, is this what you want to see? But why isn't he casting any magic over California or over the Democrat Party to actually fix them and stop them from lying?
There are 42 million people in this country that need food stamps on a weekly basis. And we're saying people deliberately instead of Americans, because most of the people that are on food stamps aren't even from this country. 45% of Afghanistan immigrants are on food stamps, 42% of Somali immigrants, 34% of every immigrant from Iraq, 23% of Haitians, 59% of all illegal aliens are collecting food stamps, meaning that most of the people getting food stamps from the U.S. government and the U.S. taxpayer are not even Americans. Think about that. And we didn't know about any of this before the government shutdown started, but thanks to Democrats, we can confirm tonight that millions of Joe Biden illegal aliens, people who crossed the border when Joe was president, are now collecting food stamps from a program funded by...
This should make every one of you angry. It makes me laugh, because I knew this was happening for years. And now we get to roll out with the big I told you so. And I hope the government shutdown continues. I hope it continues long enough to send these people back to the countries that they love so much that they stay here and wave their flags. And that's it for today. I'd say things can't get dumber, but we all know that's a lie. If you enjoyed watching the Democrats embarrass themselves, smash that like button. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
So let me get this straight, just so I could clarify it. You don't want to go back to Mexico. You're protesting to stay away from Mexico. But you're waving the Mexican flag and you're waving it with pride. You're waving it in the United States, the country you're trying to stay in, the country you don't want to leave. But yet you're waving the Mexican flag with pride. Okay. That seems normal to you? That seems logical? That's not stupid at all? None of that's stupid. All right. You guys are an embarrassment to the Mexican culture and to the United States culture. You guys are an embarrassment to everybody around you, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Do better.